teams in action on this final Sunday. 1 playoff spot and 10 playoff seedings to be settled. Welcome to NBA Tip-Off presented by Lilly. From Studio J here in Atlanta, Ernie Johnson with Shaq and Kenny and Chuck back from the Final Four, back for the end of the regular season and for a playoff run in the NBA.
All right, man. Shout out to all the people at CBS for a great 3 weeks. It was awesome. And but we're glad to be home.
Yes, we are.
You weren't saying that when we were up there. You were talking bad about these people. But
well, that's because they wasn't around.
Okay.
We always tell you talk bad behind people back. That doesn't
no, that's you. That's you. That's not us.
Okay. Hey, so what do we know going into this final Sunday?
Oh, this will be good.
Would you like
here.
to know what?
No, I know what you just asked, Shaq.
No,
it's too complicated.
Yeah,
oh, you know, I know.
No, here's what we know in the Eastern Conference. 1 through 4, locked in, okay? Can't move. 5 through 10, could all change after today's play. Meantime,
Hawks against the Cavaliers will be delicious.
Meantime, Western Conference. So Thunder and Spurs have the top 2 spots. Rockets and Timberwolves have 5 and 6. We know the Suns will be 7, hosting a play-in game, and the Warriors will be on the road in a play-in game out of the number 10 spot. So, the NBA,
Kind of fast.
the NBA sent this out, and I love it. It's a work of art. It really is. 40 scenarios for the games today.
You know what I call that?
For the what?
Waste of time.
Ernie Lytics.
It is, man. I saw
Lytics.
this. I saw this on my printer at home, and I was like, "Oh,
Because you got to memorize. I
this
already know
thing
you
is
got to memorize.
Unbelievable! It is tremendous.
Somebody had too
Look
much
at
time
this.
on their hands.
No, that's
Ernie
the
Lytics.
the
Ernie loves
league.
that.
No, the league trying to help us out, saying, "Look, here are all the scenarios for if a team loses and a
Kenny,
team wins." And
I
all
got
that.
4 degrees. I have no idea what I'm looking at.
Yeah, no, this is.
No, Ernie got it. It was ordered donuts. And
Oh, I know. I got it.
everything that. This is great.
Called the neighbors, told them to come over and take a look at it.
Had a barbecue.
Ernie
So-
Lytics.
So let's move on. Look, I could take a few hours and read all of this to you, all the what-ifs, but a much better way to put this day into perspective is by hearing the rat-a-tat-tat delivery of our old school correspondent. Here is Scoop D'Agostino.
Mr. and Mrs. North and South America and all the ships at sea, let's go to press. Jump and Judy. My head is spinning. All the playoff scenario. How to make sense of all the mumbo-jumbo? Well, our crack investigators have been on the case to bring you all the combinations and permutations to get set for next week's playoffs. Out east, here's what we know so far. The top 4 seeds have all been decided, with Detroit once again the bad boys on top, followed in order by Boston, New York, and Cleveland. The Hawks, thanks to 20 wins in their last 25 contests, can clinch the 5 seed with a win over Miami or a Toronto loss to Brooklyn. Atlanta can be no worse than 6th in the East. Go ahead, Shaq. Get it out of your system. Feel better now? Now here's where it gets dicey. Toronto can finish as high as 5th or as low as 8th. Topping the Nets guarantees the Raptors are no worse than 6th. Orlando and Philly can get to 6th with some help, but worst case scenario is 8th and a head-to-head matchup for the 7th seed in the play-in. The back half of the East play-in is comprised of Charlotte and Miami. The Hornets have a leg up on preserving home court advantage in the 9-10 game, needing a win over the Knickerbockers or a Miami loss to Atlanta to avoid heading to South Beach to fight for their playoff lives. Still with me, gentlemen? Good. Now, here's the West Side story. OKC and San Antonio are locked into the 1 and 2 seeds respectively, and Houston and Minnesota own the 5 and 6 seeds, avoiding the play-in. The Nuggets and Lakers will wrestle for the 3 seed, with injury-plagued LA needing a win over Utah and a Denver loss to San Antonio to leapfrog the Nuggets for 3rd. Also locked in, Phoenix to the 7 seed and GSW to the 10 spot. Still to be decided, Portland's magic number is 1 to preserve the 8th spot. But the LA Clippers, who after starting 6-21 have gone 35-19 since, need a Portland loss and their own win against Golden State to take on Phoenix in the 7-8 matchup. All other teams have been eliminated and wait for ping pong balls to bounce their way come May. But the only matchup we know for sure is that the Hornets play the Heat in the East 9-10 game, leaving a lot at stake on the final day of the regular season. Someone say steak? I like steak, just like Chuck, even if he needs to cut it all up before he takes a single bite. As always, we're giving you the scoops on oops and eating rituals right here on This Week in the NBA.
The inimitable Scoop D'Agostino.
I don't know what that means. That means idiot. That's
Never imitated.
I mean, he knows a lot about you. He knew how you cut your steak.
Yeah. He's
He's
also the producer of the.
I think you should cut one piece of steak at a time.
You should.
Yeah.
That's
like
how
a
you
man.
No, you don't. You cut your whole steak up.
No, children
Dennis
do
did
that.
it.
No, you do. You
Children
cut it
do
all
that.
up, let it get cool, and then eat it. That's a great idea.
It ain't. Why? You act like the steak gonna be there like an hour.
Well, yeah, with you.
I mean, you're the same guy who told me there's difference in toilet paper.
Yeah, there is.
There is. That's not a difference in toilet paper.
2-ply,
Sherman,
1-ply.
baby.
Hey, nope.
Sherman.
There's no difference between 1-ply and 2-ply. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Just have to ball up a little bit more.
Anyway, as I was saying, so if Orlando beats Boston, and Atlanta beats Miami, and Charlotte beats New York, and Milwaukee beats Philly,
Man, we gonna be
and
here a
Brooklyn
minute.
beats Toronto, Atlanta will be the 5 seed, Orlando will be the 6 seed, Toronto the 7th,
we just
Philly
wait till it
the 8th,
happens?
Charlotte the 9th, and Miami the 10th.
We just wait till it happens.
Now,
Well, this is-
if
we
Orlando
should show us an
wins and
hour.
Atlanta wins, no, I love this thing. That's the greatest. Thank you, Mark Broussard at the NBA. It's great
Is
stuff.
he related to Chris Broussard?
No, he's not.
Okay.
But thank you for asking. So, look, Orlando's got something to play for here, but they also need some help as they play in Boston tonight.
I think right now is if you're in these scenarios, the one thing that you're doing is you want to have possibly some momentum. So you're playing for momentum. Then the excuse is if you lose, well, it doesn't really matter. We don't need this. So I'm not sure if you're on the teams that are playing for position to like 7-8. So you only get one play-in game. That's huge.
Yeah.
Those things
Well,
are huge.
getting into the playoffs themselves, this is what the Magic are trying to avoid the play-in.
So this is what I would do if I'm like, hey, guys.
If you're who?
Anybody.
Okay.
Let's just win our game
and see what happens.
and see what happens. I'm not going to sit here and say, well, if we lose and then this other team wins or they lose, we get like, no. The right thing to do, let's just win our game and we'll worry about all this stuff around midnight tonight.
And I've been here 12 years, probably the second time I agree, Chuck. You just have to take care of your business today and not worry about us. Because if you would have took care of business, you wouldn't have been in this position. But you still have one chance to take care of business. So we take care of business and don't worry about what everybody else is
You
doing.
only been right twice in 12 years?
No, you only been right twice.
No, okay.
Yeah, you.
Nice try.
You.
Orlando does have your boy, Franz Wagner.
The
back in
Wagner
there.
boys are back.
They're 4-1 since he's been back from he missed a bunch of time with the ankle.
Guaranteed win for Orlando today. The Wagner boys
Well,
are back.
I would almost guarantee that too, seeing who's not going to play for Boston. Like everybody.
Ernie, I've been paying attention, and we talked about tanking on the podcast today. I think I saw a stat, 170 players didn't play Friday. To me, as much as I love Adam Silver, we've got to do something, man. We can't have 170 starters, basically, not play in games.
Okay, but question. What if we got our fate sealed and we just want to get proper rest going to the playoffs?
170 players do not have 170.
No, you're right.
Listen,
It would be hard to have 170 starters sitting since there are 150 in the league.
Yeah. Well,
That's
do it
an Auburn
again.
education,
I'll hit a
Ernie.
man with glasses right
That's an
between
Auburn
them.
education,
Yes, sir.
America.
But seriously though,
30,
if you're gonna rest Jaylen Brown,
pretty
You
simple.
better check out where you're getting your information.
You don't need Wembanyama for this one. Like,
Go ahead and make your point.
Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Okay, we got nothing to play for. Let's rest these two guys.
Yes.
Come on, man. You rest Wemby, maybe. You rest Joker and Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon.
Getting up to
Joker
170.
You rest LeBron because he's 102 years old. But all these dudes just sitting out. That's just disrespectful, man.
Well, I think the sitting out 2 weeks ago. You know, this is the last day of the season.
Yeah,
so
the last thing you want to do on this last day
is
say,
have somebody
okay,
have an ACL.
But listen, come on, man. Most
It
of these
doesn't
guys,
matter.
most of the Jags anyway.
No, but like if you're the New Orleans Pelicans, let's say, you don't want Zion to play the last game. We can understand.
Why? He rested up the last 3 years.
No. You can't risk that.
Are you serious?
He's been hurt.
Come on,
He's been hurt
Kenny.
prior.
Kenny, you're just being ridiculous.
Can't risk.
now.
You're not going to make the playoffs.
Kenny.
2 weeks ago, different.
So he not getting a check?
But I think that
He's not getting a check.
There's a way to.
If you're in the playoffs and your guys,
there's
need
a way to
rest,
circumvent
no,
that.
no.
Come on.
If you're in the playoffs and
you're in the playoffs and your
you're
guys
locked
need to
down.
rest to get prepared for the.
Come on, man.
But here's one that'll really get under your skin, Chuckster. So Brooklyn's playing Toronto today, in Toronto. And Toronto needs that win.
Yes.
You know, because they could be number 5 still, but they can knock down the 6th spot for sure. And Brooklyn is resting everybody.
See,
Brooklyn is.
Ernie, that's
You should
just
see the injury
disrespectful,
report
man.
on the Brooklyn. It's unbelievable.
Come on, man. That's disrespectful, kid. Would you agree with that?
Well, you could circumvent it in a couple of ways.
Okay, well, give me just one because I don't want to hear your other BS on the second one.
Okay, well.
Or the third one.
Well, you could circumvent it by not giving people more lottery balls.
You mean what I've been saying the whole time?
You can't. You can do that. You can make it a cap at a certain point.
No, just one ball.
Just no, meaning like if you didn't make the playoffs,
that's it.
you just didn't make the playoffs.
That's what. That's
you
what
might be in
I've
the
been
Western
saying
Conference
this.
playing against the Thunder and the Spurs and the Nuggets, who are better
what we need to
teams
do?
possibly. than
Shaq,
the teams
let
in
me
the
just
Eastern
make this
Conference.
one point. I've been saying this for years. Now teams just they've been tanking for like 3 months. Every team that does not make the playoffs should get one ball. You can't improve your chances losing. Every team gets one ball. That would be the fair way to do it. Because we got
Where else in the world deficiency you get a reward?
Nowhere
for?
else. Nowhere else.
I'm trying to think. You get a reward for deficiency.
Only with our stupid NBA crap.
That's it.
There you go.
Come on, man. Stop doing that, man. Just give everybody one ball. That would stop tanking.
Orlando needs a win at Boston tonight. They need Toronto to lose to the Brooklyn Nets in order to move from the play-in to the
More, I
playoffs.
don't think it's the Brooklyn Nets. It's more like the Queens Nets. The
No,
guys
Queens big the money, man. That ain't Queens.
Oh, see, there you go, trying to rap again.
Look at Jimmy Butler taking a look at the sheet. The sheet is unbelievable. Yep. Oh, by the way, so if Boston wins
Oh my God.
and Atlanta wins, Charlotte